Well, okay. Now for that ride that we promised you in the bug. So we'll go and take a little spin. Nice warm spring day. Use second gear for taking off. Those of you who haven't seen some of the older videos, this car's been on the road since 2009. I'm not sure exactly on the mileage, but the first year it was driven quite a bit. After we restored it, it hasn't been driven that much, even though it's a lot of times driven daily. It's just kind of local stuff. Home for lunch, to the post office, that kind of thing. But it's fun to drive. It's just the nice paint job and everything, we try to protect it from rocks, bad weather, and so forth. Seems like all you ever do is clean this thing. This red paint shows every little fingerprint. Little drive, I'll only be using second and third gear. The speed limit's 50. I'm doing 55 right now. This one's got a little taller gearing in it, and it likes running 55 to 60 in third gear. Anything above that, we go to fourth. The fourth is rather tall. It's got the freeway flyer transaxle, and so in fourth gear we're a little tall for this motor, unless we're driving freeway speeds. Forest fire went through here last year. We're repeating a drive that we did back in 2010 when this car was powered by lead acid, and it was 484 pounds heavier. But we're going up here, we're going to drive to a scenic overview that overlooks Shasta Dam, Lake Shasta, and with a view of Mount Shasta. And to get there, right up here, we're going to hang a left, and then we'll be climbing a 6% grade for a few miles. And then we drop down a 5% for a short ways, and then we're at the overview. And we'd have the same coming back. Well, I think we're going to take a little loop this time instead of coming back the exact same way. We'll actually make a little loop. after shedding the weight of the lead, the car does feel quite a bit different, and for the better. So here's where we'll start the grade. Fairly easy because there's turns and rocks in the road and that kind of thing, so we'll just cruise up here. We're doing 50 right now. Speed limit's 55. Here's 55. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Pulling this grade in third gear. I'm running about 350 to 400 amps here. So I'll probably downshift to keep my Curtis air-cooled controller a little bit cooler. The road allowed for a little more ground speed, we could run it no problem in either third or fourth gear, but we've got corners and stuff here that kind of limit us. Although she takes the corner at 45 here, no problem. Vehicle is just a real pleasure to drive. It's a marketing vehicle for us, and so it spends more time at the show than it does on the road. Reaching the summit here, so now we'll be dropping down. This is a 5% grade going down. I'll leave it in third. That'll kind of hold us back just through the gearing, and I won't have to use my brakes. This is a DC conversion. It's the net gain impulse 9, so I don't have any regenerative braking. But you do have some restriction through the gearbox, so it does kind of hold us back. And here we are. See if we can get a good shot for the camera here. Oh, there's a cloud in front of Mount Shasta. Just kind of see it through the cloud there. The cloud's just at the top portion, and the lake's down quite a bit still. It was 100 feet down earlier, but we've had some rain, so it's less than 100 feet down from the top of the dam. Well, anyway, hopefully this all shows up on camera okay. car's a little dirty. Been using it daily here recently. So I'll sit here, enjoy the view for a moment, and then we're going to head on down. We'll go down towards the dam and then circle back to the shop. Bug had new ball joints put on it. We put a heavy-duty anti-sway bar, 4-wheel disc brakes. It's right at 2,100 pounds the way it sits right now. It was 2,580 when it was lead acid. I got it in 4th gear now. We'll just let it roll down the hill. I will have to use my brakes on these corners in a few places. Although we've got a vehicle that handles pretty well. We've got a lot of rubber on the road. So looks like I won't be using the brakes at all. We're doing a nice job here. We have a video where we show some handling improvements that we did to the Karmann Ghia. This has got the same front anti-sway bar as the Karmann Ghia. Only difference is we have a rear anti-sway bar on the Karmann Ghia that we don't have on the Bug. And the Karmann Ghia has a lower center of gravity. Just got to keep your eyes open for rocks. Things come rolling off the hill, land in the roadway a lot. So here we are. This is the visitor center to my left. The dam's just kind of straight ahead there. See, we just loop on back. We won't be going to I-5, but we're going to be heading back towards I-5. Again, we're going to climb a little hill here. And this is even more windy than coming up the other way. It's a lot more fun. Speed limit's 25. I won't tell you how fast I'm going. We're in 3rd gear. He's pulling it nice. I got lots of pedal. Matter of fact, I'm off the pedal. And now we're going to drop back down. It's just a gradual drop back down here to the turn where we're going to. So let's put it in 4th gear. And we're going to just coast all the rest of the way here. Nothing like free mileage. So anyway, been meaning to do this for quite some time. Like I said, I've been driving the car every day, but just rush. Never take the time to grab the cameras and make it happen. So, dodging debris in the road. So this is the video that I promised some time back. a nice ride considering, you know, how rough this road is. You got to feel it in my truck or the Miata. This is a fairly nice ride. We're starting to level out a little bit more here. We'll give it some throttle. Cyclist doesn't hear us coming. Now he kind of hears something. See him looking over his shoulder. So you gotta be careful, be conscientious of others because they don't all hear you coming. Not like it was when it was gasoline powered. You can normally hear a VW bug coming at you. Take off in second, shift up to third, and this is a 45-mile-an-hour zone through here. I'm doing 50 already. The car's got nice acceleration. You're not going to win a drag race against a V8 or anything, but it does keep up with traffic flow without any problem. I tend to have to check the speedometer because I'm usually exceeding the speed limit because it just does it quickly and quietly. You don't hear the engine working, and so I'm always being reminded that it's actually going faster than I realize. The seats are nice and comfortable. We redid the interior when we restored it, and so all new foam and everything, so nice and comfy. So this is the exact same route we took in the video back in 2010. Spectacular. It's just like driving any other car. Literally, you know, except for the noise and maybe vibration, it's just like if I was driving it gasoline powered. It's got a little better acceleration. I don't have to go to the gas station. I don't have to adjust valves or points or anything like that, so that's all a plus. But as far as just the actual driving experience, nothing different. Turn the key and go. So, hope you enjoyed the drive. And we'll see you next time.